It is Tuesday, February 14th, 2023, Valentine's Day at 9:46 a.m. Eastern Time, USA. This is my video journal. I'm Mitch Miller. It's Valentine's Day. I shaved into the Guy Fawkes look here again, my classic Mitch Miller goatee and mustache. So I'm trying to sell my 2003 Toyota Matrix for $2,000. I'd probably take $1,500. Anybody out there that would like to collect my vehicle with my Mitch for Mayor decals on there, you could always purchase the vehicle. I could sign the title. We don't even have to go to the notary, and you could take it directly to the scrap yard or donate it directly to a radio station. Probably, if nobody buys it, probably what I'll do is honor Matt Mary, the original owner's wishes, and donate it to a radio station. Be nice if I had a little bit of income so that I could afford to do that a little bit better, but we'll make it work because I think my grandpa's going to give me a vehicle. Who knows how long that'll last. So yesterday I talked about wars, how we didn't really need to fight them, how it's basically the media manipulating the populace into having the military fight wars. It's the politicians manipulating the media. They had a lot more easier way of manipulating the media back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. But basically, the United States is on a profit-driven media structure. So whatever is going to drive profits, that's what the media covers. That's what the news covers. Whatever boosts ratings, that's what the media covers. And I argue that there should be some form, small, whatever, of state-run media program that focuses on the facts, that criticize. It could be right in the charter. We criticize the government. We keep it honest. The government cannot shut down our broadcasts. Things like that. And if you're worried about it taking over the whole country, you could say it will only be as big as the fourth. The only size and scope we can grow to is the fourth largest media company in the United States, right? There's always been three major media companies. They own a ton of media in this country. So we'll only be the fourth largest. We can only get as big as the third largest media company as far as budget, employees, reach, platforms, distribution, everything. So we're not going to take out the big three, but we're going to start having a fact-based media system. And if you're worried about, in China, in Russia, the state-run media is the only media, basically. They don't allow any other type of media, and they don't allow criticism of the government. Here in the United States, if you had a state-run media program, the other media companies would call out any unfactual information. They're always saying that the government is lying to you. That's their main driver, because people love that. It boosts ratings when you catch the government lying to you. So if you had a government-sanctioned media company and they produced something that wasn't fact-based, all three of the major media companies, all the lesser media companies, they would all be all over it. So it would be the most honest, fact-based media system in the country. I argue that it's in the Constitution on my podcast, either through the politicians themselves having podcasts and being transparent, or it's in the Constitution that the Congress is supposed to publish a journal that should have evolved into a newspaper, into a movie studio, into a television studio, into a radio studio. There should have always been some form of a state-sanctioned media program in this country. We're not taking away freedom of speech. We're not going to, even in my FCC proposal for voting on fining different companies for not being fact-based, we're not saying they can't broadcast, we're not shutting them, we're not taking them off the air. They just can't call themselves a news program. They have to call themselves an opinion program, like Fox Opinion or CNN Opinion. We're not going to vote to take them off the air. We're never going to take freedom of speech away, and we're not going to vote to take them off the air. We're just going to say this was unfactual, here's a fine. We're going to use that fine to build a wired internet structure in this country so that we don't rely on wireless from these companies. Anyhow, I argued that, everybody alive today has grown up in a profit-driven media society with no government-sanctioned, fact-based media at all in the United States. So all the generals, all the politicians, they all grew up with profit-driven media. That's where they based their values, their beliefs, their opinions are all based off of this profit-driven media structure, right? And even you might say, I get all my values and opinions from church. Well, your pastor, your priest, they're living in a profit-driven media structure as well. So those little sermons they have that have to do with little things from day to day, it's all based on a profit-driven media structure. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with profit-driven media for entertainment. That's fine. We want the best entertainment, so you're going to have a capitalist, profit-driven media system. But for information, for facts, it doesn't work. They're going to gravitate towards facts that stir up the populace and drive ratings. And that's why we have polarized situation in the United States, because what should be fact-based news sources are profit-driven. They cut the legitimate journalists out. They don't focus on the fringe subjects that need to be talked about. They focus on what drives profits, and that's it. Anyhow, I argue that the wars since World War II probably shouldn't have come about had we had intelligent people in charge and not emotional people driven by emotion and profit-driven media. And I got to thinking about that. I said, when we went to fight communism, we could have had defectors of college professors come to the United States and talk about exactly what doesn't work in communism, instead of just saying they're torturing, they're killing, they're blah blah blah, the leadership are dictators. And I got to thinking about that, and that would be released through our media, which could be seen as trying to cause revolution in those communist nations by releasing this information, right? So I was thinking about how to fix the world. I'm always thinking about that. Could we do this with other dictatorships, other countries, invite some college professors to defect, protect them in the United States, and release this media system that explains exactly what's not working in the country in an effort to make the country better, not for revolution, but so that the leadership would improve their country's conditions. That is all I'm trying to say, instead of trying to rebuild every country in the image of the United States, which is a broken system, which doesn't work. We try to do things differently. So, two most important things I see in any constitution, I'll get this off the plate right now: freedom of speech, trial by jury. And in my opinion, the best size of a jury is 12 people. 9 is okay, but jury can be interpreted as just a judge, just one person. So freedom of speech, trial by jury of 12 people, of peers. So what I would do as leadership in the government and an intelligence agency is instead of importing college professors from other countries, not that you can't work with them and try to protect them here, the conclusion I came to is why not use the analysts, interpreters, the people already hired by the government. They know what's wrong with these other countries they're spying on, the systems that aren't working, the situations that aren't working, economically, politically, and societally, what is leading to conflict, what is leading to stuff not working. So what we do is, instead of producing a media program that can be snuck into that country and might spur revolution, we're open, we're upfront, we're transparent. We type up a report that explains the systems and the situations in the country, and we send that report to every political leader in that country. Sealed document, sealed file, printed up. It's a report from, say, the NSA. And we say on there, we believe every nation is sovereign, that you have the right to govern in a way that reflects the will of the people. We're not trying to overthrow your government. We're not trying to undermine your government. This is a report by our top analysts of what issues, situations, and problems your nation faces, and some possible solutions that you could fold into your leadership and alter the course of and improve your country. We want you to improve your country, improve the conditions of your people. So this is an open and transparent report that points out the issues, the problems, the things that are broken, offers possible solutions. We know that you will debate these things and come to your own solutions for the problems. We're just showing from the information we've gathered what we believe your nation, what issues it has. We send these reports out to all 147, 142 countries. Maybe start with Europe, countries that are friendly, that have freedom of speech. And we say on there, we invite you to point out the flaws and defects in the United States' situation as well, and we will take them seriously, any reports you produce about our country as well. So it's open, it's transparent. It might improve some conditions in countries, dictatorships, whatever, around the world. It's better than spying, trying to develop revolution. That never works. You just get another regime in there that abuses power, and you start to open the doors to say, hey, they're just being transparent, and they didn't send this report to our media. This was a top secret document that went to our leadership. They're not trying to release it to the media. It's just government officials that got this, so on and so forth. And you can even say that we're not releasing this to the media. If it gets into the media, it's because one of your government officials released it or misplaced it. This is for you to use and interpret how you feel. Would be in their native language, obviously. So that's how I think you handle things going forward. But I'm not in a government leadership position. I don't work for the NSA. I only swear allegiance to a government that governs through direct democracy. Whether that's the University of Pittsburgh's governing body, whether that's the city of Pittsburgh governing body, or the United States someday in the future. So I want to talk about this idea for a game show that I said I was going to talk about, and it plays into this because it points out some of the issues in the United States. So basically, I watch Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. The contestants have nice smiles. They're not horrible, rundown looking people. So that even in these game shows that are played on mainstream media, they're screened. They must show a headshot before they're allowed to be on the game show. We don't want ugly, methed out people with meth teeth on our game shows, right? So this is a game show for low-class United States people. Maybe we get the contestants directly from rehab. They have meth. I had 2 teeth never grow in for whatever reason. I have theories about that. But, methed out people with missing teeth, rotting teeth on this game show. I haven't thought of the name of it yet. Maybe Street Smarts might be a name for it. It's a game show. It's simple. Contestants come on, and we do the research, and we research prices of goods at like a Dollar General, which are usually built in food deserts, or a pharmacy that are built in food deserts where there's no large grocery store with cheaper products. And then the price at a Walmart or a Giant Eagle or something like that. So contestants are shown an item, say an essential item like a bottle of water. What does this cost at a CVS pharmacy? $3.50, $3.15, $2.50. They give them 3 options. If they choose the right one, they get points or whatever. Then we show the same bottle of water. What does this cost at a Walmart? Is it $1.50, $1.75, $2? So you show that it's more expensive to buy these products at this pharmacy in a food desert, or the Dollar General in a food desert, than it is at Walmart or the grocery store that the wealthier areas have. What does a Bic lighter cost at the gas station compared to at the Dollar General? Stuff like that. So these contestants guess on the price. You give them 3 options for the price, and it kind of points out the inequities of different prices of products, the same product in a different area, different store. All money raised from the game show will be used to file legal actions against the companies in the game show for price gouging based on socioeconomic status and location within low-income neighborhoods. So we file suit, and the resolution to the suit is that places like Dollar General, CVS, Rite Aid, they have to offer discounts for the green energy program that I propose, where people can offset the cost of buying green energy by getting discounts at restaurants, cafes, and now we have pharmacies, Dollar Generals, things like that, so that low-income people can also choose green energy, and we have an incentive program for them where they get discounts and they see through their account, I saved $8 at Dollar General and $15 at CVS, and that offset my green energy situation. So the green sustainable energy revolution doesn't just have to be wealthy or middle class people that can afford to go to a cafe 7 times a month and go out to dinner 5 times a month to recoup the money. This is kind of how I gear it towards low income people. If they choose green energy, they get the discount. It offsets their and then we can work on other social kind of incentives as well, not just green energy, but hey, let's work on programs to end food deserts, or at least bring the cost of items in pharmacies and stuff in food deserts down to a reasonable cost. So I know it's capitalism, people take advantage of locations, and that's part of their profit motive, and that's part of their business plan, but I think we need to start to be fair to people who are low income and can't get out of these neighborhoods easily, don't have cars. So that's the idea for this game show. I don't think it's ever going to come to fruition, but it'd be a cool game show. It would deal with social issues, and you'd have contestants that don't look like beautiful people or semi-beautiful people on it. You'd see the bottom of the barrel on this game show. So that's my idea for the game show. Thanks for watching. Join me probably next week sometime. Well, I'll be in Florida, so this might be it. I might do something tomorrow. Then I'll be with Hillary the rest of the time, Florida, so it'll be probably 2 weeks till I am able to do another of these segments. So tune in either tomorrow or in a few weeks. Thanks for watching, and consider hiring me into a government position, or at least contracting me. I've put out a lot of options, and we can review those options and see what the best course of action is. Thanks for watching.